Hello my nerds, this is Fanboy and welcome to your daily dose of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today's game is going to be a Brave Bronze Heroes 2v2. Yes, it's the first that I know of, first 2v2 Brave Bronze Heroes. This was sent in by a subscriber of mine, and unfortunately because it is 2v2 and the replay is somewhat old, basically the names don't work, so I'm gonna have to do a couple of workarounds. And also the income does not work either for no apparent reason. So yeah, let's get introduced to the players. In the top right hand side of this map you have Bloodfest. He is the subscriber that sent in these replays. Unfortunately, I've been busy and running around like a crazy person, so I haven't had the chance to cast as much as I liked. So I'm getting to it now. So Bloodfest is my subscriber that sent in a bunch of replays, and if you want to do the same, please go ahead and do so. The email to do so is down in the what do you call it? Description. There you go. I almost said comment section for some odd strange reason, and I was like, well, that's not right. And his 2v2 partner is MaximumNerd. These guys are playing both double Zerg, so we're gonna see how that combination works in their favor. And in the bottom left-hand side of this map, you have Mathemage. I'm assuming he was going for Mathemage, so I'm just gonna call him Math or Mathemage. So, and his partner is gonna be Jeggerlock. Yeah. Jeggerlock? Jeggerlock. I don't know. Jeggerlock is a Protoss and Mathemage is a Terran. So, we're going to see what goes on in this game. I did watch it before I casted it, and it is a macro game to say macro games. How do I say this? Ooh, there's a Reaper. Reaper from Mathemage comes out. It does get completely and utterly annihilated before it could do much of anything. Ran right into the middle line and right into a bunch of lings and a spawning queen. Never a good idea. So, as I was loading this game up, I did see that all these players except for MaximumNerd are in gold currently, and MaximumNerd is in diamond, I want to say, at this time that this replay was played. So yeah, that's the thing. So basically we're going to have to watch the minimap and see what everything is, where everything is going, because my normal aids to help me aren't working. So you're going to be able to read the chat. I'm not going to be able to because I'll get distracted. Like hardcore, like no one else's business. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's kind of cool. So the income does work. I just have to click on the players. Huh. I think I remember this, but somehow I completely and utterly forgot about it. Okay. That's very interesting. So, MaximumNerd has 3 queens on creep duty, it looks like, so he's going to be able to spread quite a bit of creep. Both MaximumNerd and Bloodfest... Actually, wait. Bloodfest is being based by his partner. MaximumNerd has 3 at the moment, 3 bases, and technically Bloodfest has 3, but his bases are extraordinarily spread out, like no one else's business. And I have no idea where these drones are going. Okay, that's something. Alright, well, whatever. He is producing a whole lot of queens. Currently. I mean, he produced, what, 6 queens or something like that? But right now he's... Bloodfest is going into roaches. What is MaximumNerd going into? I'm assuming he's going to go into roaches as well, because that's all he really has. He has a roach warren, but he also has 2 Evo chambers. Bloodfest is doing the same. He is a little bit behind though. But upgrades for the roaches is a definite thing. But it looks like Jeggerlock? I don't know. Jeggerlock is doing his upgrades, is also getting Blink for his Stalkers. But they haven't really expanded as much as the other team. The other team is very much out expanding them like crazy. Jeggerlock does have his mothership core, and it is tiny. Oh, I am zoomed out. Okay. I'm zoomed out because I watched the replay and watched some of the fights, and I had to zoom out, so I never actually decided to switch off of that. But, I mean, they're semi-equal. I would say... Yeah, I would say MaximumNerd and Bloodfest they do have more expansions, have more money coming in. We can see that right here. Well, yeah. I would say mineral-wise, they are a little bit ahead of their opponents, but it looks like MaximumNerd is going to go into a Hydralisk Den. And here comes the first small attack by 2 Hellbats. Interesting. Medevac gets destroyed, so does the good old Hellbat. Not losing a whole lot to it. But, again, this is more of a macro game than anything else. But I can't really see a lot of faults in Bloodfest's game at the moment. He is a tad bit behind in upgrades and so on and so forth. But, MaximumNerd, his creep spread for right now is excellent. I mean, that whole entire side of that map is covered in creep. It looks like MaximumNerd is getting plenty of upgrades, so is Bloodfest, but uh-oh, you have a DT shrine somewhere on the map. It looks like Jeggerfest has, I think it's Jeggerfest. I'm going to stick with Jeggerfest for right now. Jeggerfest does have DTs, so Dark Shrine is here. I don't get the cannon placement. That is so not optimal mining. Why 3 cannons just on this side of the Nexus is beyond me. I'm assuming he thinks he's still playing like Heart of the Swarm, where the Mothership Core can only overcharge the Nexus. I have no idea. But right now, upgrades for the mech for Mathemage is going quite well. 2-2. 0-2-2. Excuse me. But, I mean, that's what he's going for. It looks like it's mostly all mech. But, really, they need to expand is what they need to do. But here comes, oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, here comes MaximumNerd and Bloodfest, but they kind of just say, yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. But they are checking for expansions. That's always a good thing. But it looks like they're gonna go home for right now. Why, I have no idea. It does destroy a Hellbat on the way. Why that Hellbat was out in the middle of nowhere is beyond me. But it looks like... Did they just take that expansion? Please tell me they didn't just take that expansion. Maybe. Maybe not. I may have missed a drop here or there. Who knows? But it looks like Mathemage is finally expanding outside the realm of the base, and Jeggerlock does have a probe up here, so he can put down a Nexus at any time. He has the money for it. I do know that. But it looks like Mathemage is going to move down to protect his new expansion. Still hasn't expanded on... Oh, there he goes. He's double expanding. Wow. He's double expanding. One to a normal patch of minerals. The other one all the way on the other side of his base to a bunch of gold minerals. But here we go. Here comes the first real engagement. But that's a huge concave on the Jeggerlock and Mathemage side. But the overwhelming forces and the single Overseer just takes out every single DT there. But it looks like it's going to be just a routing success for the most part. Can take down this orbital. Will they be able to? I don't know. It's in the red. It's burning down. It's slowly burning down. But all those pylons are pretty much dead. But it looks like MaximumNerd is going home. And it looks like to me Bloodfest wants to kind of stay home. But that single roach could very easily take out that Thor. And nope. That roach is decided, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm going home. That Thor right there is at 9 HP at the moment. That's insane. 9 HP for that Thor. That Thor can be swapped down by one roach. Easily. But it looks like Mathemage is still holding on there. He has a goal expansion dropping mules there. But it looks like Jeggerlock just doesn't like to expand all that much. He decides, instead of taking this expansion, he's going to take this expansion from his, well, what you would call his ally. So that's always a great thing. But Muta, oh my goodness, that's a Muta tech switch. That's a lot of Mutas. Did not see the Spire being thrown down, I'm sorry to say, but that orbital command is going to be gone in a heartbeat. But that is quite a few Mutas from MaximumNerd. Do they have any upgrades? No, they do not have any upgrades whatsoever. Lurkers are here. Lurkers from Bloodfest, but they're not being burrowed, and a lot of those poor Mutas got taken out by Thors. But all of these poor Lurkers, you need to burrow, my friend. No! Lurkers are like some of my favorite units in the game. But those Lurkers were very sadly just hacked down in the prime of their lives. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of action. But that Liberator, that Overlord have kind of signed a non-disclosure act, like a non-shooting act, to where they can kind of be friends and just hang out and not shoot at one another. But it looks like Mathemage and Jeggerlock they're gonna move. Well, I was gonna say, please destroy that expansion. Don't just not destroy the expansion. But it looks like Jeggerlock is depending on a lot of DTs. These DTs only have 2 attack, 1 armor. I would think they would be a little bit better served if they were turned into Archons, but that's just me. But that is a lot of Lurkers. Or not Lurkers, but Ultralisks. Excuse me. But that's a lot of Lings too. Holy crap. On the moon, that's a lot of Lings. The Lings just die in, they just die. Period. But that DT only has 2 health. But it looks like those 3 DTs are going to escape with their lives because there's no Overseers. And they finally just decide to turn around and hack at the army a little bit. But this is all Maximum Nerd. Oh my goodness, Bloodfest. Bloodfest has a ton of lurkers, and they are the more famously named the Ultra Blames, is like what I would call them, sort of. They are the Collector's Edition Ultras from Heart of the Swarm, I would want to say, but it looks like those Ravagers just committed suicide. But is there? Yes, there is detection here. Detection for Maximum Nerd, but Bloodfest does not have any detection, and that's never a good idea. At least in my estimation. But it looks like Bloodfest does have a lot of lings. But what is going to happen, really? But it looks like Maximum Nerd did see this expansion is going to go try to take out all of the workers. He's doing the right thing. He's going to try to take out the workers, not try to take out the Overlord Command. If you can, take out the gas, because, I mean, it just costs more and more money to keep rebuilding the gas and repairing the gas. But that is a bunch of DTs. So for right now, it's looking like one of those DTs, if they don't get the hell out of Dodge, they're going to be basically bacon meat. But for the most part, you have upgrades coming out. A switch over to the good old Corruptor from Maximum Nerd for one reason or another. But there are DTs for Jeggerlock out and about, just killing off drones as much as possible. That's what you need to do. You need to counterattack. You need to cause pandemonium in your opponent's ranks. Ooh, if they could have taken out all those drones, oh my goodness, that would just be insane. But it looks like a Greater Spire is on the way, so you're most likely going to see Broodlords, possibly. Lots and lots of Broodlords, because there's lots and lots of Corruptors, and a small army of Overseers. But if you have an army have an opponent that likes to go DTs, and that's a lot of Ultras. Oh my goodness, the Ultras, the big Ultra ball is gonna just bear down on these DTs and kill them. Oh, maybe not. They got tired and said, you know, we're gonna rest for right now. 7-1. They're not fully upgraded, but they're well on the way. I know that much. But it looks like they're gonna Bloodfest and Maximum Nerd are going to join forces. And for right now, their opponents are terrified. Let's just say that one. They are absolutely and utterly terrified. They're basically out of money for the most part. It looks like Jeggerlock does have 1,200 minerals left, and he's getting gas income from somewhere. Where? Oh. He has an expansion back here. Okay. But, oh, Blue Lords, god dang it. Blue Lords are here, and they're gonna cause mass chaos, because those tanks are gonna do friendly fire for the most part, and that is a lot of DTs. A lot of DTs. Vikings are here for Mathemage, and I don't... there's a couple Corruptors in here. Not a whole lot, though. If I can click on them. So, they need to take those Vikings out ASAP, and that's what they're doing. Just with a handful of good old Corruptors. But, oh my goodness gracious, that's a lot of Banelings. Bloodfest has decided, hey, let me build a Baneling nest and let me just roll and kill the living daylights out of my enemy. That is almost 3 pages of Banelings Oh! Oh, clump units! Clump units! Oh, goodbye, Thors. Oh my goodness, that's painful to watch. One Thor does survive somehow, but that Thor very easily goes bye-bye. And now Broodlord, MaximumNerd and Bloodfest are in the main of Jeggerlock and whoever this is, Mathemage. There you go. They are being slowly picked apart. So this was a very interesting game. It used a lot of old and a lot of new units. The lurkers weren't very well used. They were never burrowed. They were just saying, hey, come kill me. But I thought this was an interesting game. Sorry the name tags didn't work. And we're gonna just kind of sit here, and I'm gonna put this thing on ×2, because basically what happens is our little blue friend over here, Mathemage, decides to float a bunch of buildings. He's got a command center over here. He's got another command center over here. A factory over here. And another factory over here. So, nothing in that corner, unfortunately. So, we're gonna see how long it takes, really, to kind of, I don't know, see this come into fruition. He has no money at the moment. He has zilch of money. And there's overlords for Bloodfest and MaximumNerd floating pretty much everywhere, outside of the corners. But the factory is getting fired upon from a spore crawler. That's kind of funny. But they're just gonna kind of float in the middle, and there are overseers that did see that command center. I wonder if he's gonna do anything about that. Broodlords can't shoot up, my friend. MaximumNerd, Broodlords cannot shoot up. But the good old... where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Corruptor! No! You almost had it. But somehow... Oh, his opponent, his teammate left. And he had just enough money to make a good old Hellion. Hellion that can... Oh, needs an armory. A Hellion that could, if he had an armory, do some damage. Right now, he's pretty much just a scout. He's a scout on a mission. So, he's gonna just follow around for a while. We're gonna keep him tagged to see where he is and what he is doing. But he hasn't got a kill yet. He's got one kill. He's got one kill. He got a drone. He's on the comeback trail. Slowly. Very, very, very slowly. He's on the comeback trail. He did find the army. No drones to kill there, unfortunately. Is he only gonna get one drone until he dies, before he dies? Oh! Oh, that was short-lived. A bunch of Zerglings do intercept and kill that one poor defenseless Hellion. But it looks like the factory has landed for Mathemage, but does lift up, off, and is now gonna die because of Corruptor. So, yeah. Let's see how many more units are left. There is one factory up here, or down here technically. And that's it. That was the last building. So your victorious winners are MaximumNerd and the good old Bloodfest. Sorry again that not everything worked out the way I wanted it, but I wanted to get out this game and get out a Brave Bronze Heroes game as soon as humanly possible. So this is one of the ones I had in storage ready to go. But if you wanted to send in your own replays to get them cast by me in the Brave Bronze Heroes platform or series, please look down in the description. That information will be below this video, and just send the replays in an email to that email. It's not that difficult, and then I can bring them into StarCraft and see if they're any good. But if you liked this video, I know it was a little long, unfortunately. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any positive or negative feedback for me, please leave it down in my comment section. And if you haven't already and you've watched several of my videos and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys in the next game. Bye for now.